think this is the first time that I'm going to be paying close attention to the stages that we end up getting. One of the buffs that I didn't really talk about with Grøh is that one of the big weaknesses that the character has always had since he came out is the fact that his ability to do stuff at the wall has always been pretty bad, just in terms of weird changes. Now that's been kind of taken away. They allowed him additional moves that are going to wall bounce that provide a little bit more consistency to his wall combos. So I feel like Yoshi is still much better at the wall, but I would think Grøh would want less ring outs and more wall pressure, just because I don't really consider Grøh's ring out game to be really that impressive.
Absolutely, and we all know that like Yoshi ring out game is just like really good. Oh my god. Oh, he went for it.
Where'd he go for it? What happened?
I don't know if it's like a timing thing or like a RE character specific thing, but yeah, like Geo knows his stuff, so it probably works on some situations, just not that one as far as the RE situation. So that's
either
first blood
that,
for
or it's like some sort of Icychains starting it off mad quickly. I'm being told that I should turn my microphone up, so that is what I have done. So let me know if that was good enough.
Ooh, we're just frame drop from Geo.
Grøh already in guard too. Ooh, gets the 6-6B. I should mention that Grøh's 6-6BB, which already had incredibly bad whipping issues, actually got worse this patch.
Who did it?
Yeah, significantly so. You basically can't use it on Wake Up at all. Like, on their Wake Up. It's just not a thing that you should do.
6-6B on Wake Up.
Yeah. As like a meaty kind of like attack to like try and keep them from pressing buttons. Don't try it. It's not a good idea.
Oh, does that feels like maybe that can like bounces out his buffs, whereas like that feels
I still feel like he got a lot better, but also yeah, that was it's still irritating. It's still you know, that's one of the main reasons why I stopped playing.
Okay, wait, I thought Yoshi is supposed to be the ring out character.
Yeah, apparently I was dead wrong. Guys, I apologize.
Yeah, we know nothing about this game.
No, yeah.
What the hell? That was crazy though, because like that was just kind of like I mean it was a lucky hit because Geo was like airborne, so he ate that Soul Charge Avenger. Oh god,
so many weird hitboxes going on.
Gotta love it.
I'm actually kind of surprised that Geo decided not to change the stage. This is a fairly neutral stage, and I feel like if we were to go to a smaller stage for ring outs or a stage with more walls, Yoshi would feel more confident with it.
Okay, he picked the baseball slide and went for the 6B, but Geo sidesteps to deal with both options.
That was so weird. It looked like it was like a grab break from the back, except it wasn't into another back grab.
Yeah, it was like a psychic ninja grab.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh, it doesn't get the
punish. Advantage? Yeah, no punish.
Oh, that was not a punish. That was a run counter. That was a fully charged up Avenger, eh? That is... I mean, it's safe on block. I can't remember the exact frames on it.
Yeah, Icychains, I mean, yo, he will block. Oh, okay, that's a leap.
That is not the quick combo.
Like, Icychains will find spots to block, but he will find almost every opportunity to try to steal a turn, mainly with the basic stuff like 6-8. Nice just frame timing there.
Yeah, Icychains definitely known for that sort of style.
Yeah, so I hope that Geo is just kind of banking on trying to get like a lot of like counter hits and like movement counters.
He could also potentially try and because I would say that overall in terms of range, Grøh definitely beats out Yoshi. I'm wondering if it's going to be probably not stylistically, but I would think just in terms of the characters on paper, Grøh should be the character that wants to keep out, and Yoshi should be the character that wants to keep in. But I think stylistically, it's going to be reversed.
Yeah, it's like because that's a good tone with just like the player style. It's like the idea of like Icychains like kind of like playing a basic game is like it's counterintuitive to me.
Doesn't get the wall bounce, but
oh my god,
Icy had to use does he get? What does he get here? I've never seen that lethal hit, so I don't know.
I've not seen that lethal hit combo before. Okay, great punish. Gets knockdown. That's the Yoshi. Oh my god.
But
that was pretty
good. Have to spend quite a lot of resources in order to get that.
Yeah, but yeah,
Brown had to spend his meter. You're always very cautious about having meter and how much meter you have against Yoshi. Ooh, interesting.
And now Geo's like fully loaded. He might be able to even save a little bit with this and hold this like substantial life lead.
It looks like he's going for this guard pressure now, which makes sense. Forcing Icy to try and make certain decisions.
Yeah, going for like the guard break, kind of like, oh my god, this is a Grøh Soul Charge, so it's just like, Okay, that was dangerous because like he was in soul charge and Geo was basically in kill range, so like Grøh had the capacity to just kind of like just steal around right there.
Interesting. Geo decides not to teabag back.
I just
Decided to take the high road, which is very unique to the Soul Calibur community. So it's an interesting sight to see.
Yeah, he takes the tea bags and just lets the results be.
The devil shudders when a good man goes to war.
Oh, what is that from?
That's what is that from? You know what? I just made it up on the spot.
Okay, so J22. Oh my God!
We're gonna see 0 ring-outs from Yoshimitsu.
What?
We're gonna see a ring-out from Grøh. I mean, Grøh's ring-outs are fine. It's just they're not really anything to write home about. And if you compare his to Yoshi, I don't think there's really much of a comparison. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I was lying to you guys all the time. In which case, ha ha ha!
I'm just gonna say that my character's ring out got like nerfed like overall, and then I see that shit, I'm like, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you still have the best thing to do there.
Yeah.
That's not even a contestation.
Okay, now it's Icychains' turn to go for the guard breaker. They're still both blinking.
Yeah, it looks like both of
Icychains
them are going to go for it, but Grøh is definitely a lot better. Nice duck, and that's going to give him the round, so it's going to tie it up, except that Geo has the heavy meter advantage because he didn't have to expend the soul charge that time.
Yeah, he definitely, maybe perhaps a little bit telegraphed on that Avenger A plus B. Oh god, oh no, it's Steed of the Night A plus B. Was Steed of the Night K break on red? I forget.
Will it? I don't think so.
Okay.
I might be wrong.
In that case, it's just a mix-up. If it does break.
He's not going for his AA punishes. In fact, I haven't seen Geo use much AA at all. And that's going to be the second ring out of this game.
Why is Grøh the ring out character? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's not exactly... This is not shaping up the way that I would have expected it to, I have to admit. Geo still has his guard break, though he's had a tough time. It seems like Icychains has been able to pop soul charge like every single round so far this game, and so because of that, Geo's been put on the back foot quite a lot.
Ooh.
That's not going to kill, but it's going to come very, very close. What?
Ooh, odd angle.
Ugh. Weird stuff all around.
Yeah, Icychains is just so disrespectful, so aggressive.
That's not gonna do it yet. Pretty good Oki. Nice
Oh.
block. Good patience. Something again that I never thought that I would say. Good patience.
Yeah, Geo is kind of banking on that 3B like wake up. It's like, okay, he's gonna match like some kind of rising move or get up 6A or something.
Yeah, it was still
no,
gonna
that was
beat
an important
6A.
block.
Yeah. And it was the fact that Icy didn't respect the full string. He got the punish on because if he had done 3DB, that would have been over.
Yeah. So like Geo had a way out of it, but he definitely went for like the full combo there.
It's really weird. I wonder why Geo isn't changing the stage. That's quite surprising to me at this point, especially when it's going even. I just feel like you can get so many. I think it would be harder to get a more balanced stage than this, and I feel like Yoshi gets significantly stronger the more unbalanced the stage is.
Yeah, I agree. Like, if I'm, I play a rushdown character. If I go against like a zoner, sometimes I'll just like keep the stage just so, I don't want to roll into something like Indian port, for example.
Yeah, but that's
Yoshi's
Yoshi's Island.
Situation. yeah, but like in this situation, yeah, like what stage are you afraid to like roll into?
Yeah, very curious.
Yoshi has great wall combos. Indian port is Yoshi's Island. I just right now I just chalked it up to Geo, just wanted to like draw it out and just like prove that he's a better player regardless of stage.
Again, a very noble take in an imperfect world, so I don't know. God, he already has like the guard damage. I wonder if Icychains is ever going to actually go for the Gambit and actually do Avenger A as opposed to Avenger A charged, which isn't really like much of a thing. Like, it's not that much pressure. I've been told that it's actually -8 on block, so safe, but it's not like aiming. It's not like a legitimate like pressure tool all that much.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting these reversal ups really, really well. Ooh,
but
never give Grøh the K.
On the other side of that coin, just strictly going for the Avenger A is like, it's the faster option, but it is highly punishable.
Massively unsafe, yeah. Like,
but
lethal hit punishable for anybody that has those.
But I'm not sure about Geo's like, punching game. That's very cool. That is very cool.
That was almost cool. Imagine if it worked.
Nice Jane's like, nah, you just one hit away from death, so I'm just gonna take it. Icychains looking really strong right now.
Yeah, it seems like Geo's having a real tough time understanding when he's actually in the driver's seat. He's having a tough time corralling Icychains into a situation that he wants, and that's gonna be a win.
Okay, that was a short round, but that was like kind of like interesting, like a mid-range like footsie game there, like a spacing game.
It was
like,
a very Yoshimitsu round, yeah.
Like Icychains trying to like keep him at like tip range, like BB range, but Geo is kind of like using like his movement. So I kind of like the awareness of both characters' strengths in regards to like spacing and range.
Oh, boo! Boo, Icychains! This is Parsec. How dare you?
No pressure for Geo to not do that. Okay, that's a ring out.
Oh,
no, it just goes for the damage.
I guess he thought that he wasn't going to get the 8-way run for the 6K or whatever? No.
Yeah.
Oh! Decides to complete the combo even though the first part of it whipped.
Oh my god, Geo showing shades of Icychains. Just like going...
Doesn't spin his bar? He's still not spinning his bar? Ooh, okay, Mr. Fancy Pants over here.
Okay, yeah. You want me to spin my bar? Here you go!
Yeah.
Ugh,
he's spinning it on parries instead. I actually have no idea what that thing does.
It's
Because I know it's a fireball, but it looks like a parry stuff, and I don't get it.
It's weird because like without soul charge, it's an 8-frame move. So it sounds good on paper, but like it has like the tiniest hitbox. Like even if you're like right in his face, like you're not gonna eat it because like you have to do a move that like extends your hitbox. As a soul charge, I'm not sure if it like improves or actually just gives it the auto GI properties. So the only thing that's just like obviously different is that projectile. Which, now that you mention it, I still kind of don't know what it does.
Yeah. Getting the impression that Geo is changing up his style just a little. For one, he's getting more comfortable, obviously. But for two, it really seems like, oh, there's a lethal hit involved in it? What's the lethal hit condition? What is that? Somebody in chat tell me what the lethal hit condition is for that. I don't think I've seen that before. It can't just be like you get hit by the fireball, right? I've been hit by the fireball before. But it seems like Geo is playing a significantly more compact way of playing, where he's kind of foregoing the mid-range, not necessarily going for major Oki, he's just kind of like allowing Icychains to get up and potentially kill himself off of more ambitious reads.
I've always known like Geo to be more like a more defensive, like lane style Geo, so he's it didn't seem like that kind of Geo at the beginning of the set, but looks like he's like slowly transitioning into the Geo that I know, who's like just kind of like highly defensive, highly spacing and movement oriented, but very aggressive once he gets like an opportunity, such as getting like a knockdown, like a throw.
Very solid at just overall approaching the game in a very calculated way. I feel like that's the first AA, and one of the things that Icy is not getting, which we may not see in Adaptation War when it comes to the game, is he's not necessarily getting his like AA punishes and certain small punishes that he could be getting off of some of these block moves.
What the hell?
Oh, Yoshimitsu!
That's the greatest move in the game!
Yoshimitsu!
That's the best move in the game! What the hell?
He gets a BB punish off of that, but that is massively punishable. I feel like these block punish misses are going to definitely spell doom for Icy, assuming Geo can pick up on that. He's going for much tighter pressure, forcing Icy to come up with some sort of a decision that he has to make. Okay!
Yeah, I think it's what you said. It's just like I think Geo just like he's slowly realizing he can afford to just be like a little bit more risky.
Ooh, looks like he was going to try to sidestep the second hit of the 60 TV. Okay,
oh.
You don't have any meter. Oh, that's not the right combo, but you get something. Whoa, okay.
2A read perhaps, but that's three rounds for Geo, and for the first time now he's ahead.
Spectral Blade is upon hitting an opponent knocked off balance with a guard impact.
Okay, so
it's a post-GI thing. Oh. What? Oh, it's when you connect with the GI, the fireball is a lethal hit.
Yeah, so that flash has a GI component, so when you just successfully get the GI, then...
Okay. That makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. I don't know what a GI is, but no use trying to find out now.
I've always wanted like a master list of every lethal hit in the game. Maybe I'll construct it one day.
I'm sure it's got to be around somewhere.
I can't find it myself.
Yeah.
But... Oh wait, he's really using that lunge carpet. Oh my
No, that's a ring out. That's a ring. Oh, I believe it could have been a ring out because he could have what you can get off of 4-4K lethal hit is 6-6K into 6-6A plus B, and that's a pretty solid corner carry.
I really like that from Icychains. Like, how dare you try to like condition me?
Important to note, I'm just assuming that combo still works because I used to play this character, and that was back when the game, like before the game came out. That was the combo that people did.
So questionable wait or not is still in the game from pre-release.
It'd be weird if that was not the case. Oh my god.
Oh, 3D reach.
I would
okay,
say
does
that
have
like,
text.
Grøh's 3B is second really only to like Taki 3B. I think his 3B is ridiculous.
Has good range, wide hitbox that we saw just now.
Yeah.
Minus 12 on block.
Yeah, the range itself just makes it just very, very powerful. I feel like Grøh is like second best at a lot of stuff. Like, I think his BB is the second best in the game. I think his guard damage is like second or third best in the game.
Really interesting point.
Yeah.
Best BB will go to Killick, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but after that, I mean, Grøh's BB is really nothing to scoff at. Icychains doesn't use it at all, but when I play Grøh, I use it all the time.
Okay, so just trying to get a little bit of that timer off this whole shot. Oh, that is... Dude, he labbed that shit.
Yeah. I think it's funny that, that Icychains did the Avenger 6B when he was in Soul Charge. Geo was sidestepping the entire time, except he stopped sidestepping once the vertical was coming at him. Yeah, it's not gonna work. That reversal edge isn't really all that great. Tries to go for an A plus B, not so much. There are definitely people in the world that can react to that.
Horizontal mid.
That's the combo that I'm used to seeing. Gotta be scared of the ring out. He has, I think, just enough meter to where if he gets a hit.
Okay. He is implementing good use of step guard to just, you know, not risk ring out.
Yeah, it's just every once in a while he peppers in like some of these moves that are very, I don't want to say questionable, they're just very odd choices. And I feel like trying to make things a little bit odd, movement-wise, is definitely a good way to go.
Oh. Big scramble. Okay, now it's Icychains trying to get away from ring pressure, but okay. Yeah, good GI. It's an uninterruptible 3B. You're not gonna re-GI this. That's 3 straight rounds for Icychains. Not the cleanest, but yeah.
That's not what we expect from Icychains. He's not. Yeah. He's not called Icy Clean for a reason.
Icy
Clean. Or Clean Chains. I like Icy Clean though.
I like Icy Clean too.
Yeah, that sounds like something that you would see in an infomercial in Game of Thrones. Hey, you guys remember Game of Thrones? Remember how, like, into the zeitgeist that was in the culture, and then the last season was so bad that everybody stopped talking about it just overall? Oh, well.
Yeah, yeah, after that last season, I got my friend, like a Arya shirt for Christmas. It's just, like, no reaction.
Yeah.
Damn. That season was that bad.
It just immediately, I can't think of the last time that something just straight up disappeared in its entirety. I appreciate what Icy is doing right now. I think this is definitely the way to go. Not even entertain the idea of trying to match up against Yoshi at the ring edge, unless you have to, and he doesn't have to. Oh, he lost the round though, no!
I mean, Geo for that though.
Yeah, Yoshi still has good pokes. If you allow Yoshi to just get in, he's gonna do like these little tiny things. He's got an I-10. Grøh's gonna be like, what? Nice with these step guards.
Absolutely, like Geo is just like not is like he's good at like generally not getting hit from the event pressure, but Icychains doesn't care because he's just gonna go for the guard pressure and like, his like Avenger like pressure is just like not being stopped despite Geo you know, essentially not getting hit from most of these like hits, and like you can see that just like that really added up. That was Icychains' first round win, and he already got Geo in the red. Yellow now, but it will just take a good hit to just get him back in the red.
I'm trying to think if there's a way that Icy can use his soul charge to even exert, just assuming he's never going to actually get the hit on Geo, and just do maximum guard pressure. I wonder if there's a way that he can, like, fully commit to that sort of a style and just not even entertain the idea that he's actually going to get the hit. Because if that's true, if he ends up playing that way, he could get the guard pressure, he could get the guard damage right now, right here.
Yeah, I think he's got to go for it. He was hoping for a hit there, but okay, checkmate. Is that it? No, too much range.
Yeah, VP. He got Geo scared enough, so I think this is the way that Icy, if Icy is going to win the first to 10, this is how he's going to do it. He's just going to overwhelm Yoshi with guard damage.
Absolutely, like, he doesn't have to open up like Geo, he just has to like touch him.
Is that it?
And once he touches him, like, it's like, yo, oh.
I've never seen that combo before, that was weird.
That was really cool. Nice! Tech jump!
Yeah. You can kind of tell. Okay, Icy, come on. you can't be that direct about it. We get what you're trying to do, but like you need to just calm down a little bit.
Yeah, that's just that's like the mode in Icychains that like it's it's effective for the most part, but it can get him in trouble. And we saw it in the last couple of seconds of the last round, where like he really just wanted to just like get the momentum back, just like steal the round, but Geo just like controlled him.
Yeah, if Geo is able to stay away from the guard burst this round, I will be very impressed. And he kind of has to at this point, because depending on the guard break, he could kill him right now.
Yeah, he's got a couple avenues. He's got resistance tech, which he hasn't been doing quite a bit. So he's kind of like committing to like the step guard, step duck kind of like scenarios.
Well, it's also kind of what you're talking about before. I feel like the majority of this pressure and all this damage that Icy has taken is
Oh!
But what was he gonna do, right? He was already stepping. He couldn't step guard because the guard was just gonna lose. So
either
I don't know what he could have done there.
Like if he just had a little bit like foresight, I guess that could have been like either like a step duck or like a step RI or something. But,
it would
like,
have to be one of those two. Those are the only. He didn't have meter for Soul Charge, right? I don't think he had any meter.
He had some meter. I don't remember if he like spent some of it on like a Brave Edge or something. Like
I guess technically speaking, he could have just done Wake Up AA or something like that. Wow, Grøh got meter already. What? How?
As we were talking about that, he must have played an RE.
It's been less than 20 seconds into the first round. How did you get a bar?
Might be a big deal if Geo can just steal this away from him, especially after Icychains spends the resources. It's really tight, but tries to clean up with throw, but 3K for the win. That is a safe mid-step killer.
Both of these guys are all about, like, when the matches are get like really, really close, they always like change their styles to such a degree, and it's almost always like through grabs. And
it's like it's just like removing the block button from both controllers, like the equivalent of both men just like kicking off their shirts and just like fucking just charging at each other.
This is no longer a boxing match where we try to go in and out of each other's spacing. This has now become a street fight.
Yeah, just like gloves off, just like fucking try to claw each other's eyes out.
Soul Charge number 2 already coming out from Icy. He could probably, if he can get this without spending the guard break, that would be a big deal. Same thing for Geo. He's able to get through this without. Ooh, wow, that's a very big deal. This is gonna be very tough for Icy to come back now. He'll probably get one round from the guard break, but he's got another bar to boot as well.
Yeah, so quite a couple of resources to work with. I will give Icychains a astounding achievement award if he can just do a soul charge every round. He's able to keep it so far. That's round number 3 with a soul charge, but
how did he get the first bar the first round? Was there an RE and I totally forgot about it?
It had to be a RE while
it would have had to
focusing on whatever we're discussing at the time.
Alright, he's not actually going to get that much damage. This is one of the worst ways of getting the guard break. You want to try and do it in a way that allows for you to stay in Avenger after the guard break happens. That's why you're seeing Icy, once he has the potential for a guard break, he ends up going for A+B in a place where he doesn't normally.
Oh, okay. He's showboating a little bit, which is
shades
kind
of
right round to do so.
Shades of Siegfried trying to go into stance in back turn.
He becomes one of the best characters in the game. Back turn Siegfried.
Yeah, back turn Siegfried significantly better than back turn.
yeah, I agree.
It's like number 1 back turn Siegfried, number 2 back turn Baldur, number 3 back turn Astaroth.
Oh, Hilt.
Oh, and Amy.
Oh, Amy, you can't forget about that.
Yeah.
They still didn't touch that move.
Yeah, it's very weird. It's very weird that they didn't do that.
So I feel like every low coming out of Yoshimitsu is landing on Icychains, but for some reason or other, great execution from Gio. That's a tight just frame to land. But Gio's one of the consistent Yoshimitsu players that's able to do it. So I was saying before is a lot of Yoshimitsu lows are landing on Icychains, but I feel like he's not trying to over rely on them. So
he's trying to make it so that Icy doesn't necessarily have to worry too much about them, so that way it can be kind of pseudo-guaranteed damage for Gio. What it seems like Icy's trying to do, as opposed to attempting to block the lows, is just try to outmatch the lows. Like, try to beat them out with movement and or attacks of his own. So rather than actually trying to accept the mix from Yoshi, he's just trying to exert his own game, as opposed to worrying about Yoshi.
That's a good point. While that's a valid game plan, from the point of view from Icychains, that can also, another thing that can get him in trouble, because now he's risking getting counter hit from Yoshimitsu, and counter hit damage from Yoshimitsu kind of hurts.
And not to mention, these lows aren't safe. Like, it's not like aiming.
Oh, there it is!
Like, again, these lows are not completely safe. Like, you do get pretty decently rewarded when you block Yoshi's lows. So, except for the one that Gio used, that BS slide that he used for like super duper tech rushes. But I definitely appreciate the conversation that's going on in this set. Like, I feel like both of them are speaking very loudly, very simple things to each other. Oh no, I hit the hitbox. You have to maintain commentary while I solve my hiccups.
How do you solve your hiccups? That's my commentary. Oh, you're actually solving it. Okay, so... Goes right for the just for Ace ID, but gets swept easily by Icychains, but that doesn't stop Jo from getting the momentum. Icychains always going for the throw to try to get momentum back, as well as continuing the pressure with that Avenger. That's all from a successful throw, getting so much life into the Guilt Seeker.
I got back just in time to say boo! Boo to the 1AK. I say that, but I think every single one of them did.
Oh no.
I know for sure that none of them were blocked. There's that max punish.
Well, I think I only count one Guilt Seeker from the set so far.
Yeah, but there have been a handful of just, like, getting hit by just the 1A, and there's been a few times where Icy has whiffed the 1A, but again, none of them have just been straight up 100% blocked.
Interesting. Wait. Oh!
What?
That's not RE safe. He should let it rip.
Gio, he didn't finish it when he had the full, like, meter advantage, now he's eating all his damage.
I love all the delayed get-ups from Gio. That was perfect.
Very similar to what Icy has been doing. So, Gio, yeah, definitely going back and forth. I wonder what Icy was thinking about. He might have actually just had, like, to tell somebody something.
Warriors cross swords beneath the gaze of the ancient gods.
I like my mission. Battle 1.
Okay, back at it. No stage change.
Yeah, we're gonna play the whole thing on this stage. Definitely not something that you see very often against Zas and Yoshi, of just sticking with one stage the whole time. Especially in a back and forth set. Ooh, okay. Both of them just swinging to the fences. Nobody's really getting anything in terms of block punishment, so you might as well just keep going for it.
Yeah, which is great. It's like, wow, you're letting me expand my moveset in this matchup. Thank you.
Ooh, nice alright.
Yeah, great alright.
Icy has been very successful with using first left against Yoshi stance mix-ups. Ooh, okay. Is that it? Wow, really close.
Yeah, good way. Yeah, RE is a good way to deal with a lot of Yoshi pressure. All those can be baited, but doesn't seem like too much of a factor in this set so far.
Yeah, not yet. We still have a ways to go. In fact, about 50%.
Okay, good response using the full crash 3K. Oh, Soul Charge Grøh is like, it's...
And even on whip, it's scary.
Yeah.
Ooh, he tried to jump over something. I'm not sure that beats anything.
Oh, okay, Icychains really going for the delayed get-up now.
Alright, good job by Gio.
Yeah,
at that point, you might as well have just done that seppuku thing to get, like, all the meter in the world.
Good break from Icychains, allow that to happen, but...
I appreciate the fact that Gio is going into Soul Charge when Icy doesn't have a meter to see if he can get some mileage out of some units. But looks like Icy is having even better rewards dealing with soul charge pressure from Yoshi as opposed to just regular stance pressure from Yoshi.
And the one time Geo doesn't get the delayed get up, Icychains just goes right for the throw on the wake up. So kind of like interesting adjustments and readjustments in this match so far.
Alright, he brought it back.
Okay.
Just gotta deal with double soul charge Icy. Oh, okay.
Oh! How dare you not use your meter right away? Was it worth it? Was it worth it, Icy? Is it still worth it? You can still hold on to it though? Okay. Here we go.
That took a lot longer. Oh, that's it.
Oh! Did you know? Playing right into Icychains' trap.
What a setup.
I was about to say immediately, like, once he got that soul charge, like, oh my god, he has ring out pressure.
Yeah.
And he went for it and he got it.
He actually got the full combo out of this. Typically speaking, the Grøh combo is not realizing that the lethal hit is going to work. What? Yeah, I don't know so much, Geo. I think that was a bit ambitious. That's the first adventure A that we've seen. Alright, Icy breaks. That was a weird ending to that.
Those are hype dots. Those aren't regular ass dots. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, no regular ass dots here.
Okay,
so we definitely went to a very different stage. Now we actually have significantly higher chances of wing outs, along with small walls. Oh, hey!
Oh, hey. Ooh, interesting.
Vesper with the gifted sub. Thanks, I appreciate it. It looks like Yoshi already with the bar. He ended up giving Grøh the reversal edge K, but potentially can do a lot of damage with this. Yeah, there we go. See, he's been doing this. Geo's been using, once he's in Soul Charge, trying to set up for a lot of like big time reads, and it's simply not working. Now when he's just doing stuff that's small, it seems to be working out a lot better.
I really like the neutral control, just like purely from like AA, because Icychains is trying to move a lot, so he got like a series of run counters there on the side of Geo.
Oh, yeah, looks like both Geo and I assumed that was a ring out. I'm assuming that Icy's gonna
nice
want to change the stage like as soon as possible. Oh no!
I love the stance play coming from Geo, and that almost ended him a ring out, but now I think he's in some kind of ring out trouble. So he tried to roll out, try to get a favorable ring position, but that put him into another level of trouble where Icychains was just kind of like trying to control the movement, despite losing ring out pressure. But that doesn't matter because he had the Oki pressure, and Icychains took advantage of that. That's
so what you're saying is he was in trouble that he didn't prepare for, and then that trouble had to be made double.
Yeah,
that's what you mean to say.
Yeah, he tried to run away from his trouble, but then his trouble double.
I understand.
Triple trouble? One for the philosopher. We'll figure it out later. That was a quick round.
Yeah, it looks like he's got double bar, though, so he's gonna have to deal with, or he can just fly away in his helicopter.
I love it! He's been really consistent with that. Just like... Just a way to just kind of like run away from the speed of the light mix-up, but now he's up close, so he's gotta like... He's gotta hold that.
Alright, let's see. The game crashes. Let's hope that the game does not in fact crash. It looks like it's not going to.
Gonna crash.
Yeah, I guess it's only when Icy... This just goes to show how ridiculous Icy plays, is that not even the game can handle the concept of Icy winning in the ways that he does. Don't let the in-game score fool you. It is now 6-5. We are well on our way in this Parsec 1st to 10. We've got Vesper versus Anton coming up after this. And it looks like we've got an even more neutral stage than the one we were at before. Animal Man, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it.
That's a funny name.
Animal Man 44 here.
Yeah.
Man, these RMs are doing pretty good stuff. They don't even necessarily have to, as long as he gets to absorb an attack, he gets plenty of meter. And that's really what he's after.
the raw fleece dance coming from Geo just to deal with the telegraphed two waves from Icychains are really neat. And that's done so much damage, I never realized.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing a little bit of adaptation that you don't really get to see in tournaments. This is one of the reasons why I like longer exhibition type sets. I understand why tournaments can't do it, but I do appreciate the kinds of adaptations that we get to see specifically for the player, specifically for that time, that you get to see in tournament sets.
Yeah, you get a better idea of your opponent's patterns and how they like to react in a lot of situations, and then you get to use that information to refine your game plan.
Yeah, make these kinds of reads that you really don't get to see all that often. That's like the first time I've seen that.
Oh my god, the Manji Carve Fist comes out so fast, it's 10 frames, and it gets you a counter hit combo that leads it to a knockdown. It's so sick.
Overwhelming Icy with the idea that he has to block on wake up. Come to think of it, you know what we haven't seen like at all? 6-6.
Says what the hell? Did he...
Yeah, now that I think about it, I don't think I've seen it once so far this set. He's trying so hard to hit this as much as possible. Alright, gets a bit of a combo off of some weird... Oh, did he just get a lethal hit because he just got his like last soul steal? I thought I saw like a little bit of a burst. I hope.
Yeah, I think it's online.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure Icychains gonna live long enough for us to see it. The 6 of the A com is interesting. I felt like I saw Icychains trying to go for it a little bit at the beginning, but just kept getting stuffed by Geo. So perhaps he's kind of like discouraged from 6 to A from because of stuff that happened early in the set.
I have to say, important to note, Icy has yet to win a match since the game. So maybe Geo has paid off Sabin days, and maybe he's paid off me in order to make sure that he wins this first attempt. Has that happened? He's got so many soul steals already.
One for the conspiracy theorists. Yeah, he's stealing a lot of souls. Round 1, he can do a soul charge if he wants to.
He has the lethal hit already. Is Icy quitting? But he can't quit. Oh, it was the bait! It was the bait the whole time! Oh man, Icy. Next level stuff right now.
Next level bait strats.
I was gonna say, you can't quit now, because like this round's like just started. Oh, what's that lethal hit? That must be another one of those soul steals as well.
Ooh, okay, so even though Icychains was at +0 there, Geo has the 10 frame A, so he went for that just to potentially beat half of Icychains' move list.
Man, he really doesn't, Geo does not get a lot of mileage out of his stance stuff, most of the time.
Yeah, there were some spots where it was working, but yeah, Icychains doing a good job of just not letting it be too much of a factor.
It seems to be happening when Geo goes again for something that's smaller, as opposed to going for something that is a either traditional way of doing Yoshi pressure once he's in Soul Charge, or going for something that's a little bit of a heavier read. This is not able to deal with Icychains' which has been pretty solid basically the whole time. Ooh. Ah! Hey! That's
not
it.
the best punish, but I guess he wasn't ready for it.
Yeah. Well, then
He
why
must have
did
been
he
like,
duck?
oh shit, I blocked it? AA.
Yeah, what was the duck for? If, like, that was the way it was gonna be, I don't know. Trying to go for that grab. You can definitely see that Icy seems to be getting a little bit more aggressive here, a little bit more, I don't want to say desperate, but significantly more committed to certain reads on Wake Up as opposed to trying to feed Geo in neutral. So that was going to happen eventually. So we were gonna see that, oh, nice tech cross under the full play.
Yeah, there's something to be said about just like kind of like just changing up the pace of the match, just like out of nowhere against your opponent, just to throw them off and try to like force them to like counter adapt.
Especially when it's obvious that you need to make a little bit of a change in order to continue. Okay.
Wait, going for the guard pressure.
Yeah.
Ring out? No, to the angle. There's still a wall there, so that doesn't matter. You need to ring up because that was so much damage, just one hit away. But Geo gets steals the round from Icychains.
Could have gone for something safer. It's much more difficult with Grøh when you don't have like a safe low.
Yeah, I guess he was just really gunning for that ring out to the point where he was just like, yeah, he was just so close and just wanted to like close it out. But yeah, that unsafe move cost him.
It was a good mix. It just didn't end up panning out. Very similar to Icychains' Soul Charge here. And
Yeah,
getting
so just
huge pressure.
Just came down to a wrong guess. Okay,
Let's
safe.
go for this. Okay, so he gets a wall here. I don't think he gets a... Does he? Oh, no, he doesn't.
Almost ring out again.
6-6 BB. Doing what it does. This is why this character is terrible.
I did appreciate the we were talking about the Avenger A Avenger hold A before, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of appreciated that he went for like the safe version just to go purely for the reverse mix-up. He did get a level 3 GI out of it, but unfortunately it just wasn't quite enough to close it out. But I like the idea there.
Yeah, it was
but
definitely
Gio
a smart
just
idea.
went
It was clear that he was aiming for a ring out as well. So I feel like Icy kind of got robbed in a variety of different ways at the end of that round. Just ended up not panning out just because Grøh can be pretty inconsistent in a lot of places.
Yeah, there was a lot of like ring out potential there in those last couple of rounds, but like the opponent was just like a little bit off. Meanwhile, speaking of ring outs, Yoshimitsu just seems to be a little bit more consistent, at least in this matchup.
Take this.
Got the whip, but he didn't get the 2-2B that I think he wanted. Looks like we're just kind of trying to scrap at this point. Normally Yoshimitsu wins in those kinds of matches until Grøh gets a lethal hit of death. Ooh, catches blocks the low, but comes back up to try and block the high, then ends up getting hit by it instead. That's going to be a huge amount of damage. Jesus Christ.
And on counter hit, Icychains trying to steal turns, costing him so much life. Oh my god.
God, imagine if he just done a wake up CE, he would have been over 100. Oh, going the wrong way again. Oh, bro. You are
Gio dealing with the steal instead of the knight himself really well.
what I call the fun.
Is that what you call it? Oh my god, the execution coming out once again, Gio. Really consistent with the nut punch into B-side A. Or A-side B, whatever.
Very spooky with that 2-2B. He got hit by that, he was over. So
Well,
what happens here?
Phase 2.
Right.
Ooh, that's a...
Yeah, he's gonna get the lethal hit here. It's not gonna give him the ring out, but it's gonna give him a relatively solid amount of damage for, you know, not really meeting any condition other than the guard break itself. Uh-oh.
Cool.
That's not... is it? No, it's not. Okay. Oh, God. That makes up for some of the more ridiculous times that Grøh is with 1A.
Yeah, the Soul Calibur guy's like, okay, you're welcome, Icychains, and Gio just 3 straight rounds.
Yeah, definitely looks like that crash ended up spelling the doom for Icychains and allowed Gio to kind of like start rocketing ahead. Suddenly we were on different stages, neutral or not, seems to some sort of a funk.
Icychains just starting off just playing some small caliber, catching some movement, checking in with AAs.
I definitely think that's the way to go with Yoshi on this matchup.
Yeah, you kind of have like the range advantage, and you just kind of look for an opportunity to just go Unga, and that's the plan. Good response from Gio.
Already got Grøh in the yellow. I wonder if that's going to come into... It's probably not going to come into play here. Throwing out fireballs. That one just dissipates for no reason, and I think that's going to be it, assuming Grøh doesn't whip yet.
I like we're continuing the idea in this matchup where like Gio has spacing in his movement and Icychains does spacing like with his buttons, because his buttons do have like, you know, outrange like the normals of Yoshimitsu. But Gio is like really comfortable on the Yoshimitsu button, Yoshimitsu movement.
Yeah, not to mention Grøh's buttons inherently have auto evasion in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, but then like almost all that like gets thrown out the window once they like get into each other's like faces, and that's like when the shirts come off and the gloves come off.
The second that they get in front of each other, number one, shirts come off. What was that hitbox?
Steal my blade.
There's so many different places where you can tell that there's a reaction. I wish we had player cams for those things, because it's clear that neither of them understand what's going on in certain situations in this set, where hitboxes disappear and or reappear and or do all kinds of things.
I hope that's the subtitle of the Soul Calibur 6 expansion. Soul Calibur 6, what was that hitbox?
Yeah. Honestly, that could be said for like every Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur 4, what was that?
I'm gonna see if 7 Days wants to like hold off on the second set. Oh, looks like they're actually gonna try and like, you know, reset the rounds and stuff like that. So as long as it doesn't take too much time, it should be fine.
Is there kind of like a a sleep thing that we can avoid? I don't know. Oh, is that the part? Is that the desktop for the virtual machine?
Yeah. That's the one that he's talking about right now. Yeah, Sam Days is having a tough time understanding like what we're to do, but at least for right now, I'm going to continue with the set, and then we'll try to figure this out once the set is finished. Hopefully, we don't have any more problems like that. We may have to just like restart the virtual. Well, we'll get into it once the set is over.
Surely Temple. Okay, so looks like we're just back right into it.
Yeah, let's see. We went to 1-1. Nobody has any bar though. I can't tell who that's worse for. Yoshi already in the red guard gauge.
Okay, +8. Just gonna reversal edge. Good option. Risky option, but if you're gonna reversal edge, you might as well do it when you're at payment disadvantage. But that doesn't matter. That's a guard break. Spending quite a bit of resources for that round, but
I feel like spending a lot of resources for the second round is definitely the way to go because you have a full round to stock up on resources right back, and the game is going to help you with that bonus bar, assuming that you lose the opponent's second round with you.
Plus, like, we definitely seen that, like, Grøh is, like, quite capable of just, like, single-round red guard gauge.
Yeah, not to mention, he's getting so many resources just from, like, reversal edges like that, like this, where he's already fully stocked up. Gio allowing Grøh to get the reversal edge K over and over again. This is his most powerful reversal edge option, really, but by a significant margin. I don't really know what's going on, but he's not dead.
Know if that's like a Grøh specific thing where he's getting so much meter off the reversal edge, or if it's like, you know, the Yoshimitsu moves that he's REing to get all that meter. Either way, Grøh in this whole set just looked like a battery for just like gaining meter. Consistent round 1, charging a full meter and all that, and that's a sound game plan because like Grøh is just so scary to fight against when he's in that soul charge. Like, it doesn't matter like how good his defenses are, because he's actually going for his guard break. It can make things like really awkward when you're trying to defend against that kind of thing.
I should also mention that it's gotten to the point now where this has become one of the closest first attempts that we've had so far. The Iron Man competition was about as close as it's possible to get. In terms of the traditional first attempts that I've been having so far, this is definitely one of, if not the closest. I see bringing this back. It seems like
he was going for that break there.
Oh my god! I can definitely see this come back to bite somebody.
Killseeker!
Icy being cheeky. Curious to see how these weird Soul Calibur drops are going to affect this match. 66BB actually finding its mark. And it's weird that 66BB didn't end up guard crushing. It's like one of his heaviest guard damage. He could still win this with a guard crush. Except he won't. He'll instead lose the round to an AA.
I would say that round is a depiction of GI just like playing like angry. Like, just like start of the round, just like run up and just like start hitting buttons. And it was like quite effective, but now Icychains gets a big guard break combo. Minimal scaling, but that sets up for the Soul attack. It doesn't quite touch.
Yeah,
but Gio's now in the
was a really big deal there. Has to deal with this Yoshi pressure again, but Icy's been very solid at dealing with it. He's been putting these reversal edges in the perfect places where Gio hasn't been able to handle it.
But Gio finally like baits out the reversal edge, but not sure it's gonna be quite enough.
He tried to do the new 6SB cancel in the stance, but it's actually pretty awful. It's unsafe, I think, even on hit. So yeesh and yeesh.
Yeah, it looked cool on paper when I first saw it, but I haven't met any Grøh player who's totally happy about it.
It's there specifically to beat somebody who's trying to GI the second hit of 66BB, but it's not very often that people run into that problem anyway. So, and because it's so slow to go back into the stance, yeah, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what they were looking for. It's like the hardest read humanly possible.
Well, Soul Attack is a good setup here.
Nice bait. Nice bait by Icychains, rolling away for a little bit.
Get baited.
But
perhaps
Gio is in guard damage, but he's the only one with any meter. I feel like he should use it right away. But what do I know? Hitting that reversal edge. Yeah, here we go. He's got those teleports now. Goes into the soul attack. Hopefully he doesn't kill himself this time. His reversal edge. No, his reversal edge goes too high!
He was actually looking for the reversal edge there, but it was just the wrong move choice, and Icychains just steals that away from Geo.
Oh man, Steel. That is the most steeled game I may have ever seen in Soul Calibur 6. Good lord.
Yeah, just like robbed his bank and then just like slapped Geo on his way out.
I mean, Geo kind of effectively... It was effectively like Geo got 10 years in jail for like a minor misdemeanor. Like, he was at fault to a certain degree due to that second to last round, but did it require... Like, he had possession of marijuana, but he ended up getting like 10 years in jail for it, when he didn't even have enough to distribute.
Icychains just like drives away and like, bye, bitch.
I mean, just hypothetically. I mean, I just pulled those charges out of the air. I wouldn't know.
Oh, of course.
Geo wins the first round.
Battle 2. Fight. Lead.
Run dive from here.
3B doesn't end up happening. Nice, almost pseudo whip punish. These are easy.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm not sure if Icychains' eagerness to steal turns might go against him, but that's a throw break from Icychains. Goes for the level 3 GI. That lands. Wake up. Plus frames. Still pushing plus frames, and Geo is gonna try to have to stop this pressure because it just keeps going on. This is like
he's had a handful of opportunities to, but what Icy has been plugging in those holes has been the wall rising A from Grøh. It's what Icy believes to be Grøh's best move. It is very, very good in a lot of different places. Oh, you can actually punish that, but he ends up getting a grab not for the round yet. Okay. I was gonna say, yeah, I guess he couldn't win the round even with the guard break because he didn't have the meter. Now he will have the meter. Will Icy steal this again, or will Geo finally finish the set?
Icychains making a good case for himself so far. And I just love that, like, Icychains, like, when the moment he gets frame disadvantage, he goes right in the soul charge, just try to extend his pressure. Geo's shutting down the soul charge, not giving him any money.
If there was ever a way to